Good morning to my dear students. Welcome back to Atma Green School, Jayaswami Narayan. Today class 7th. We'll start with our revision class. That is 8-9. Devotional Paths to the Divine. Page number 104 of your text. In this lesson we had studied about the Supreme God. Okay, before large kingdoms emerged, different groups of people worshipped their own gods and goddesses. As people were brought together through the growth of towns and empires, new ideas began to develop. The idea that all living things pass through countless cycles of birth and rebirth, performing good deeds and bad, came to be widely accepted. Similarly, the idea that all human beings are not equal, even at birth, gained ground during this period. The belief that social privileges came from birth in a noble family or a high caste was the subject of many learned texts. Many people were uneasy with such ideas and turned to the teachings of the Buddhas or the Jainas, according to which it was possible to overcome social differences and break the cycle of rebirth through personal effort. Others felt attracted to the idea of the Supreme God who could deliver humans from such bondage if approached with devotion, you can say, or bhakti. This idea, advocated in the Bhagavad Gita, grew in popularity in the early centuries of the Common Era. Shiva, Vishnu and Durga as the supreme deities came to be worshipped through elaborate rituals. At the same time, gods and goddesses worshipped in different areas came to be identified with Shiva, Vishnu or Durga in the process. Local myths and legends became a part of the Puranic stories, and methods of worship recommended in the Puranas were introduced into the local cults. Eventually, the Puranas also laid down that it was possible for devotees to receive the grace of God regardless of their caste status. The idea of bhakti became so popular that even Buddhists and Jainas adopted these beliefs. See, on the top you can see a page from a South Indian handwritten Bhagavad Gita manuscript. Then the next topic is new kind of bhakti in South India. Nayanars and Alvars. The 7th to 9th century saw the emergence of new religious movements led to the Nayanars, saints devoted to Shiva, and Alvars, Vishnu, devotee who came from all castes, including those considered untouchables like the Puliyas and the Panars. Okay. Then the next topic is about Nayanars and Alvars. कि ये कौन से इनके बैकग्राउंड थे. Okay, and yes, then about what is hagiographies, that is writing of saints' lives. उनको कहते हैं hagiographies. एक होती है बायोग्राफी, एक होती है ऑटोबायोग्राफी, एक ही hagiography जो हम saints के बारे में लिखते हैं. Then philosophy and bhakti. Shankara, one of the most influential philosophers of India, was born in Kerala in the 8th century. He was an advocate of Advaita, or the doctrine of the oneness of the individual soul and the Supreme God, which is the ultimate reality. He taught that Brahman, the only or ultimate reality, was formless and without any attributes. He considered the world around us to be an illusion or Maya and preached renunciation of the world and adoption of the path of knowledge to understand the true nature of Brahman and attain salvation. Ramanuj, born in Tamil Nadu in the 11th century, was deeply influenced by the Alvars. According to him, the best means of attaining moksha was through intense devotion to Vishnu. Vishnu is his grace, helps the devotee to attain the bliss of union with him. He propounded the doctrine or Vishishtadvita or qualified oneness, in that the soul, even when united with the Supreme God, remained distinct. Ramanuja's doctrine greatly inspired the new strand of bhakti which developed in North India subsequently. Then Basavana, Virashaivism. Then about the saints of Maharashtra, that is Marathi, continue to inspire people. Dhyaneshwar, that is Gyaneshwar, Namdev, Eknath, Tukaram, as well as women like Sakhubai and the family of Chokha Mela, who belong to the untouchables, Meher caste. This region of bhakti focused on the Vithala from a Vishnu temple in Pandharpur, as well as on the notion of the personal God residing in the hearts of the people. Then comes Nathpanthi, Siddhas and Yogis. You can see the pic of it. Nathpanthis, Yogas and the Siddhas.